That can of tuna in your pantry has a dirty secret. No, not just the mercury. The label says chunk light, but what you're often getting is 40% fish-flavored water and shredded flakes that used to be a fish. You're paying for water. We're going to fix that.
First, let's decode the marketing nonsense. Solid means you should get one large piece. Chunk means big flakes, and flake is basically pre-chew for you. The type of fish matters even more. Albacore is the white tuna. It's firmer, milder, but can have 3 times the mercury of skipjack, which is the light tuna. Most of the cheap stuff is skipjack, but they process it so aggressively it turns to mush anyway. The biggest lie is on the front of the can, but the biggest truth is in the fine print on the back. And it's the one ingredient most people ignore that tells you if you're about to waste your money.
All right, let's name names. First on the skip list, standard Star-Kissed Chunk Light in water. This is the poster child for paying for salty water. We drained 3 different cans, and on average, the water accounted for 38% of the weight. The chunks are tiny, shredded, and have a metallic aftertaste that you have to drown in mayonnaise to hide. It's a skip. Next up, Bumblebee Solid White Albacore. The word solid is doing some very heavy lifting here. It's supposed to be one firm piece, but more often than not, it's 2 or 3 sad, broken chunks floating in a sea of cloudy brine. The texture is dry, chalky, and it flakes apart if you just look at it wrong. For the price premium you pay for solid white, this is an absolute ripoff. It's a hard skip. But the real problem with both of these isn't just the texture, it's how they're packed. Here's the thing you've been told to avoid: fat. The 90s diet culture convinced everyone that tuna packed in water is the healthy choice. That is a myth. All the natural, healthy omega-3 fats in the tuna leach out into that water you pour down the drain. What's left is a dry, flavorless protein. But when tuna is packed in a quality olive oil, something magical happens. The oil locks in the tuna's natural fats and moisture, keeping the fish succulent and rich. It absorbs the flavor. You're not draining the best part of the fish away. You're adding a heart-healthy fat that makes the entire product better. Stop buying water. Start buying flavor.
I want to tell you about the first time I spent $8 on a jar of tuna. It felt insane. It's Tonino yellowfin and olive oil. You don't open it with a can opener. You twist off the lid. Inside, there aren't chunks or flakes. There are whole, solid fillets of fish, perfectly layered in golden olive oil. I lifted one out with a fork, and it held together completely. I put it on a piece of crusty bread with nothing else. No mayo, no relish, just a sprinkle of salt. It was a revelation. It tasted clean, rich, and meaty. It tasted like actual fish, not just a tuna flavor. This isn't for your kid's lunch sandwich. This is the tuna you eat when you realize you deserve better than metallic fish mush. This is a save, a huge save.
Look, you don't have to spend a fortune. A great everyday option is Wild Planet Skipjack. It's packed in its own juices without added water or oil. It's sustainably caught, and the texture is miles ahead of the cheap stuff. But the principle is the same. The next time you're in the canned food aisle, stop thinking about the lowest price. Think about what you're actually paying for. You're not just buying canned fish, you're buying texture, and you should never, ever pay a premium for water.